Coming up on Mountain News this morning, local pharmacies face hurdles as shortages of certain medicines continue across the U.S. And the sale of a major company that provides power across our region seems to be no longer on the table.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News this morning.
Good morning, I'm Chas Gayhart. It is 4:59 on Tuesday, April 18th. Let's go over and check in with Brandon on another chilly morning.
Tax day.
Oh, it's true, yes.
So if you haven't filed
It's
your
tax day and it's
yet,
cold.
You better get on it because you only got till 11:59 tonight to get that done or postmarked or all that good stuff. So again, it's going to be a chilly start to the day. There's actually a frost advisory in effect, but I haven't seen a whole lot. I had just a touch on my car at the house this morning, and it came off pretty quickly because the simple fact is it wasn't really that cold last night. Now, it got a little colder than the models projected, so we'll kind of take a look at that here in a second. But also, one more thing before we go to graphics, I want to tell you that we're really dry right now. It's going to be breezy again today. So parts of the region, you see it on the bottom of your screen there, under a fire weather warning. So that's basically like a red flag warning for the Charleston office. So just be careful about burning anything today as you head out the door. Let's go over to temperatures and current conditions downtown Hazard first, and you'll see there some spots a little colder, some upper 40s on some of those ridges, some 30s in some of those valleys, 32 Jonesville, 33 Monticello, the cool spots this morning, but 30s in Manchester, Middlesboro, Somerset, Grundy, and Clintwood. Everybody else is 40 or above for now. Irvin's right there on the 40-degree border there, so it may drop into the 30s here pretty soon. A quick scrape maybe in those sheltered valleys. Again, that frost advisory goes until 9. Again, we haven't seen a whole lot of frost there this morning, but we'll keep you posted on that. Out the door forecast, we are going to continue to see the possibility for lots of sunshine later today, and again, a little bit breezy, so just be careful and make sure that you're not burning anything all the way through the next couple of days so that wind calms down. Chas?
Thanks, Brandon. Well, in the last year, we have seen a nationwide medicine shortage impacting pharmacies like Pharmacy Care Center here in Hazard. WYMT's Alyssa Williams spoke with healthcare workers and pharmacists to learn more about what this shortage looks like for them.
As flowers continue to pop up this spring, so does the number of viral illnesses, says Dr. John Jones with Primary Care Centers of Eastern Kentucky.
It's a confusing time of year because we also have everything's blooming out. So between allergies and viral illnesses that we don't necessarily test for on a day-to-day basis that aren't flu or COVID, we're seeing a lot of those.
And with a national medication shortage, Dr. Jones says there are certain hurdles when experiencing illness spikes.
Typically with these infections, the antibiotics that we use, we are seeing some shortages. Sometimes we just have to change to something else. So it can be difficult in a patient with a lot of medication allergies that there's only a certain medication they can take.
Pharmacist in charge at Pharmacy Care Center in Hazard, Wes Huff, says the medication shortage impacts the pharmacy in waves. Sometimes it can be antibiotics, blood pressure medication, or pain medication.
It seems month to month on certain things will run out, but right now antibiotics are pretty well in stock. It's kind of other medications that have been going in and out, but we're keeping up with it.
Huff says certain medications cannot be substituted for others, but if you find yourself sick with a cold, the flu, or other viral illnesses, and your local pharmacy is low on antibiotics, you can stay hydrated and treat your symptoms with over-the-counter medications.
If you're needing a medication, whether it's an antibiotic or an antiviral or a maintenance medication, call a few days ahead and make sure that we have it, or if we can get it, or we'll try to figure. If we can't get it, hopefully a local pharmacy will have it.
Aiming to avoid the medication shortage becoming a hard pill to swallow. In Hazard, Alyssa Williams, WYMT Mountain News.
Although Dr. Jones and Huff say there is no definite answer for the medication shortage, they will continue to do what they can to ensure everyone is still treated properly. Well, American Electric Power appointed a new president for Kentucky Power. Cindy Wiseman served as the interim to start 2023 before becoming the full-time president. The move comes after a terminated deal that would have moved ownership of Kentucky Power from AEP to Liberty Utilities, and after recent weather-related issues put a lot of strain on power companies. Wiseman says she is confident those experiences have better suited her for the position.
extreme cold weather that we had in December and then a month of windstorms in March. And so we're looking to calmer and warmer days ahead.
Wiseman says they plan to work on rate structures that better benefit customers. Today is the last day to file your taxes if you haven't applied for an extension. Assistant accounting professor at Eastern Kentucky University, Laura Barthel, says if you are looking for a possible tax extension, the IRS allows for an automatically approved extension.
It is not an extension to pay. So if you think you owe, you need to go ahead and owe and pay. Like I said, you can do the IRS direct pay or through your professional. They can provide you the vouchers and information to pay an estimated tax.
She says the extension will just give you an extended amount of time to finish collecting the required documents. Yesterday, Governor Andy Beshear released his 2022 income tax returns and financial disclosure. It shows his gross adjusted income was just more than $194,000, which includes his salary as governor and some stock dividends. He also disclosed he received 3 gifts traditionally given to Kentucky governors: tickets to UK football and basketball games and a membership to the Frankfort Country Club. Governor Beshear says he also got tickets to a Breeders' Cup, a Louisville women's basketball tournament game, and 3 pairs of Shady Rays sunglasses, which has a facility in Simpsonville. In the governor's race, WYMT and Gray television stations across Kentucky are teaming up with Transylvania University for the Kentucky Debate, which comes days before early voting begins in the May primary. We have confirmations from most of the invited candidates for the event to be televised live from Transy on May 8th. A debate on Kentucky Sports Radio is set for this Wednesday. And just in time for National Park Week, finding your way around the parks across Kentucky and the Central Appalachians are easier than ever. That's because Google Maps is rolling out a new feature to help. You will be able to access trail routes and walking and cycling directions. The updated app will also let you download a park map that you can use even without internet access. If you're interested in visiting one, entrance fees to a national park will be waived Saturday, the first day of National Park Week. There are 6 national parks in Kentucky, and the newest national park is not far. New River Gorge National Park and Preserve just north of Beckley, West Virginia. Thanks for getting your day started with us here on Mountain News this morning. Coming up next, it seems cutting the work week to 4 days could benefit the environment, as well as boost the mood of employees.
Chilly morning will give way to a nice afternoon and a warmer one too. I'll have the details in about 3 minutes.